I, 26 male, don't know what to do about my homophobic mother, 59, trying to come back into my life after she found out that I'm terminally ill. Reposting because my original got deleted for some reason. I've posted on here before about my glioblastoma, an aggressive brain tumor, and how to break the news to a loved one. Now I'm wondering if anyone has any good advice on dealing with a not so loved one. Background: I came out to my family as bisexual when I was 22 years old. I knew I was bi since I was 15, but I was brought up in a very religious household that was homophobic. I didn't bother telling my family that I was bi because I knew it would only make problems and I wasn't in a serious relationship with a man at the time. I met my boyfriend when I was 21 and fell hard for him. After dating for almost a year, I decided it was time to come out to my family. Some of my aunts, uncles, siblings, and cousins took it well. Others did not. One of the people who didn't take it well was my mother. My mother and I have never been particularly close, but I loved her still. When I came out, she tried to force me to see girls, told me I was going to hell, and did everything she could do to fix me. Eventually, I cut contact with her. Now, more than 3 years after cutting contact, someone in the family told her about my tumor. To be blunt, this tumor is terminal. I have probably a little less than a year to live, maybe up to 5 years if I'm super lucky. She's now been calling me daily and telling me how much she loves me. She has sent me a fruit basket, cards, get well packages, and a decently large check in order to help me pay for my medical bills and housing since I'm not currently able to work. She's been showering me with love and support. She even offered to come move in with me to take care of me as I get sicker. It all seems like she wants to reconnect and love me, but other family members have told me that she's been acting different behind my back. Several family members I still talk to have told me that she has cried to them and told them that it's her fault that I have cancer. She says that if she had stopped me from being gay, that God wouldn't be punishing me like this. She also expressed them that she still thinks that maybe if she converted me, I'd be saved. I feel badly that my mom does care for me, but I also find it unacceptable that she believes that my terrible diagnosis or tumor, God punishing me for being bisexual. Obviously, I don't want to fully forgive her, but I don't know exactly what to do about her. My question is, if I should cut her off completely again and just die without speaking to her, give her an ultimatum that she either accepts me and my boyfriend or doesn't get to be near me in my final stretch of life, or is it better to just keep some contact but not let her in too much? Additionally, if anyone has good advice on making their religious parents understand being queer, that would be helpful too. Top comments. Here's a comment from Coconut X Kitten. It depends. Do you want your mother there? Would her presence bring you comfort? If so, I'd go ultimatum. If you feel her presence will just make your life less pleasant, cut her off. You have limited time. Spend it with who you love. Edit. I want to reiterate, since so many people in this comment section are telling you what to do. Do what you want, not what your mom wants, not what your family wants, not what your partner wants, not what Reddit wants. What you want. When you are faced with death, you get the right to be a bit selfish. Here's a comment from Shit Purple Squirrels. This right here. It's about what you want, OP. You get to draw the boundaries and choose who is around you at this time. Here's a comment from Justin 123456. OP should also make clear through a living will maybe that his boyfriend is clearly designated as his next of kin. There will likely come a time where he is not in a position to control who is with him in the hospital and who is there to make end-of-life decisions. Maybe this is part of the ultimatum with the mother. Accept that the boyfriend is the most important person in his life, and more practically that it will be him making medical decisions, funeral decisions, etc. Or she can't be there. Next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to pay for my husband and his family's meals at the restaurant? Titles sound bad, I know, but I'll let you decide who is in the wrong. To begin, My husband and I don't share finances. It's been like this for the 3 years of our marriage, and so far we've been doing well. Though he'd sometimes try to get me to pay for him, but I do it only when I want to do a nice thing for him, say invite him to a restaurant. This past week, he got a bonus at work. He was overjoyed. He informed his entire family and planned for them to go out and celebrate with us. He picked the restaurant, meals, drinks, etc. I naturally thought he was going to pay for all that since it's his happy celebration. But it turns out I was wrong because when it was time to pay the bill, he told me to take care of it. I said, why? It's his celebration, not mine. But he insisted I pay and he'll explain later. I refused and demanded an explanation. He said that while yes, he is the one who got bonus, but he assumed I'd want to celebrate that and offered to cover the bill. When I talked about how ridiculous it was of him to assume I'd paid for not just his, but his family's meals, he said that I should be happy for him instead of being visibly bitter. He then said he's yet to receive his bonus and begged that I take care of the bill now and he might consider paying me back later. I refused and only paid for what I consumed. Him and his family started talking about how inappropriate I was acting. I took my purse and went home afterwards because there was so much commotion when they started arguing who's going to cover the bill. His mom spam called me for hours and he went off on me at home saying I spoiled his celebration and joy because I'm feeling bitter, especially considering I had enough money to cover the bill right there and then. I said this wasn't my obligation and he was the one who came up with the celebration idea. He argued that if the roles were reversed and I got a bonus, he'd celebrate me and my achievements and pay for the damn meals after taking me and my family out. I casually said, well, that's just you, not me. He got even more pissed and said that he had it with my juvenile antics and that he won't ever forget the scene I made at the restaurant in front of his family. Being upset with me for days now. Update. Wow, too many responses here, you guys. And I'm seeing a variety of judgment. Just so you know, my husband just got home and I'm going to show him these responses right now. I'll update with his opinion soon. Thanks. Update. We just got into an argument. I showed him what I posted and he lost it on me. I accept my judgment, but he won't. He said, I quote, these people have no idea, and said that I should have mentioned that I make more money than him. Not that much, and I don't think it justifies it. And that he had paid the bill for me in the past when I forgot my wallet, but I did pay him back so. He is pretty pissed, right, though he kept laughing sarcastically when reading some of the comments. He just walked out of the kitchen to take a phone call and said he'll be back. I'm still here with the dog waiting to see how this goes. I'll update if there's any new info. Here's a comment from Evil Mel. Whose idea was the dinner? He informed his entire family and planned with them to go out and celebrate with us. Oh, he did. He told me to take care of it. Told you? Not asked? He assumed. You know what they say about assuming. I said this wasn't my obligation and he was the one who came up with this celebration. Correct. He planned it. He invited people. He pays. Said that he had it with my juvenile antics. The only one being juvenile is him. He won't ever forget the scene I made. Oh, jeez. Do not ever blend your finances. It sounds like he feels entitled of your money. Edit. Forgot judgment, not the a-hole. Edit 2. Might pay is also a red flag and means I won't pay. There are more red flags. Him seeking money on you is one. When you are in a rush, you miss things. Lol. Edit 3. Thank you for the awards and upvotes. Here's a comment from Scared March 7443. Don't forget the sort where he said he might pay her back once he get his bonus. Another comment. Yeah, if you are celebrating a bonus or promotion, it's generally assumed that you are the one paying because you are effectively sharing a bit of the extra cash with your friends and loved ones. Expecting someone else to pay for the celebration is like saying, I got extra money, so you should give me more free money.